Yes, yes.
Guys, it's 2 and we still have pilots joining. So just give it a minute and then we'll start.
I think it should take 5 minutes. People are coming.
Okay. Yeah.
TJ sir, have you been watching Horacio and Theo Blake practicing? वो 14 स्क्वायर मीटर का ग्लाइडर लेके गया थियो ब्लेक एंड इतना स्ट्रांग था कि 14 स्क्वायर मीटर पीछे आ रहा था. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, I didn't see.
So if you go to his Instagram, now every day they put Horacio and Theo, and it's so strong they're still taking off.
Oh.
And I have never seen Theo Blake get lifted off during takeoff. तो उसने takeoff glider ऊपर लेके आया reverse में. He got lifted. He fell down. He controlled it and it took off. I mean, this is, imagine a 14 square meter and Theo.
Shit.
Imagine how strong it is.
Crazy. कहाँ पर है ये?
वो अपना उधर ही स्पेन में, वो तो फ्रांस में है.
They are flying.
Horacio is in Spain.
Lucky.
The whole Europe is flying now.
Hmm.
Okay, guys, it's past 2 and we are already live on YouTube. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna, first of all, mute everyone and then feel free to unmute yourself. You can unmute. That's how we're gonna do it today. Perfect. TJ, can you please unmute yourself? There you go. So welcome everyone. This is sort of a informal session today. We had the first session with TJ very early, one of the early series, is that Acro really for me? And we have got a tremendous feedback on that. There were a lot of questions and a question that many pilots, young to the Acro, young to the dynamic nature of glider, had those questions. And TJ is really a unique personality that we have in Kamshed. Wherever this person goes, be it Kerala, be it in Himachal, he makes friends. He's such an approachable person. Everybody is comfortable to talk to him. They feel that they can ask the difficult or something that they may not be comfortable asking someone else a question. So I have seen it over and over again, and that's really what TJ brings to the table here. A really comfortable, easy to work with, friendly, but at the same time, a very sharp eye on safety as a paramount focus. I'll quickly share a story. Now, this is Turkey. I've been with TJ doing the SIV stuff, and he'll be so focused on ensuring absolute right conditions for the takeoff. To the point, I know for sure TJ can take off in a lot different conditions, but he'll always look at all his crew and he'll make the least common denominator or the lowest person decision as can he take off safely at that point. And he'll in fact make some of the junior guys to really not take off the whole day if that's what it means. And I have seen some of the guys couldn't fly for a day or two, but that's really for the right reason and his absolute focus on safety. So that's what I want to say here. He brings on table this honest safety first approach, and a very approachable, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have this Q&A session. We have about 17 participants today on the call here, and feel free to ask any simple question. There is no question as a stupid question or a simple question. Feel free to ask. I'm going to start kicking off with a bunch of questions that can get you in that direction. So TJ, welcome, and very thanks to doing the second session. All right. So
Thank you, Rohit sir, and thank you, Flying Stories. Thank you, Badri sir. Yeah, please.
Sure. So TJ, about 10 years back, you I think last session also I mentioned you're the guy I learned with, my P1, P2, my early journey, and when I was just probably finished my P2, 10 hours pilot, I started looking at the dynamic nature of the wing rather than just flying the wing straight on the head all the time. Start doing little tighter 360s, preparing for the SIV. I've done my first SIV very early in like 15 hours of flying. In fact, you encouraged me that, do it early. And that was really, by the way, the best thing that I could ever do, because today I look back and a lot of the times I have gotten away from a difficult situation, even though I was very junior, is because of that knowledge. But I always had this doubts early in my mind that, hey, if I'm doing this 360, what if I go little faster? And now I know I have to raise my hand to start coming out. But what if the glider pitches too much? What I should be doing? Or it's ENA. Let's say I'm flying ENA. Should I just do hands up and should it be okay? So the question that I have for you, if let's say I am this 10, 15 hours pilot and I'm flying ENA, what should be my safety net if I'm learning the dynamic maneuvers such as tight 360s or a little bit of a wing overs, and I realize I messed it. Okay. So what would be your advice to that?
Yeah, this level, it's a good question anyway. Yeah, this stage, flying ENA and practicing tight 360s. The first is we can decide number of 360s. That is one, so that will help you like one or two. You can fix it. Like I will do two and then I will stop. And then there are two types of recovery. दो है. एक तो डायनेमिक रिकवरी, जैसे ही स्पीड बढ़ जाता है, छोड़ना है छोड़ दो, ग्लाइडर पीछे जाएगा, and then glider will dive, break the dive, check the dive and finish. The second one is gradual recovery. जैसे ही धीरे धीरे से ब्रेक छोड़ दिया and opposite का ब्रेक लगा के थोड़ा सा रोक दिया, and then again bleed out the energy. So दो है. आसान ये रहेगा मेरे हिसाब से, number of turns we should fix, and then we can go, like do 2 turns and then come out of the turns, and then you feel it's too heavy or it's okay. If you feel okay, then you can practice at this stage few times, and then slowly you can increase numbers, 3, 4, 5. That's how you can increase, and you can actually do training for brain. That is more important. दिमाग को ही ट्रेन करना होता है. Spiral is game of training our brain. बाकी जैसे कि मैं भी अभी बहुत दिन अगर प्रैक्टिस नहीं करूंगा और if I just go for a spiral, I feel heavy. So it's all about practice. So यही सबसे important है. तो जैसे 2-3 टर्न किए, बाहर आ गए, फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम वापस 2-3 टर्न किए, फिर बाहर आए, ऐसे धीरे धीरे हमने ट्रेन करना चाहिए बॉडी को. And then once you are comfortable like 5-6 turns doing in same angle, then we can go 2 turns again, but little tighter 360s. We can increase our speed. We can get some more G. Practice that. Minimum turns, but faster G, more G. So ऐसे practice करना चाहिए. In case if you feel heavy, you know that 1 or 2 turns and you are coming out anyway. So
sure. So TJ, if I get confused while doing that, I'm doing this, I nicely did 2 turns, again next time I'm gonna do it again, and by chance I feel my speed increased way too much than what I anticipated, and I panicked. So if that's the situation, will I be all right on my ENA if I just raise my hands up and just waited?
Yeah, that will work. But mini gliders, if you shifted your body weight also, that body weight is enough to keep you going. So that is again one major point here. A lot of people says glider get locked. Glider never get locked, in my opinion, of course. Uh, I believe when we throw body weight and when we go increasing brake and going more tight 360s or a spiral, if you let go brake also, the body stays there, and that body weight is enough to keeping your turns at that rotation. So in again, I would suggest you when we start spiral, and once you're in rotation, we can get neutral with body, so that will help. And in case now, if you feel scared or heavy, and just let go your brakes, and that will stop for sure. रुक ही जाएगा ग्लाइडर. लेकिन important है कि अपना body outside आना ही चाहिए. That is very important role.
So learn to take the weight off the inner weight when you throw it in to, so that even if by chance that you think it's too much, you can raise your hand and then there's no chance of locking down. You can always just come out by raising your hand.
One or two also, they will come out. But
Sure.
most important is your body weight. So body weight has to come out, and then we can ease up hand also like that, and then you can come out of the rotation for sure.
Sure. So everyone start typing your questions or a queue. Clint, if you are there, you could probably help me to manage the queue, and we'll take the answers while we have some opening questions for TJ. So guys, go ahead and put your questions there. All right. So good, TJ. That's really great, because I think spiral is still one of the things that even at the experience level, people are worried, not because of just the maneuver, but they are not sure whether their body will be able to take that. And we both know that depending on how well rested you are, how well trained you are, that tolerance can also change on different days. Okay, so that was really good. So TJ, we can probably talk about stalls a bit. Now, I love stall, and I really enjoy fine, handling them and learning the fine nuisance of that. But the question that I have is how relevant the stall is for, let's say, uh, a pilot flying ENA about 20 hours of his flying, and all he cares about is just learn little bit of thermaling, or just go beyond his soaring, the camshaft, let's say a typical camshaft soaring pilot. He just want to start learning thermaling a bit. Now, would you think SIV and now stall with SIV? There are two type of SIV. One, you can do a progression, and one full-fledged SIV without stall, and other is, of course, including the stall. So what is that you would advise to some of these upcoming new pilots? Should they be really doing the SIV and with the stall? Is it stall that's scary? Because sometimes I have seen in my couple of years of experience, some people get spooked with that experience of stall, and maybe they'll think that it's too much for them. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, perfect. Before I go to stall, I like to add few points in spiral. Like spiral and 360s, tight 360 is very necessary. We should practice. It's very important. In case, if you have a asymmetric collapse and glider may get into tight 360s, or beyond that, it can go to, if it's a larger collapse, glider can really get stuck as a cravat, and glider can take you to beyond spiral. So, and there is a lot of G-force also. So we should train for a G-force or a tight 360s. Definitely, that is very important. It is necessary. So that is one. For SIV, you said, yeah, there are two types of SIV. In my opinion, SIV kabhi bhi karna chahiye. After finishing schooling, SIV karna chahiye, must hai. Again, of course, stall and spins are not necessary in beginning. Of course, there are a lot of other maneuvers we should practice, like
TJ, I think your link has been disconnected. Everyone else can hear me? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, can hear you, Rohit.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's wait for a minute for TJ to join. All right. In meantime, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in a chat box or just put your name and I'll cue you guys for the questions.
I believe TJ is on the phone. TJ?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, TJ is back. Great.
Yes,
All right.
my internet went off.
Yeah,
हाँ, तो मैं ये
welcome back, TJ.
जो SIV करने का जो लेवल है, of course it depends on pilot comfortable, अगर वो comfortable है, कुछ maneuvers आगे जाने के करना चाहिए. अगर बेसिक जो SIV है उसमें he feels very comfortable, then he should proceed to next. Okay. Going for a stall, of course, stall करना चाहिए, stall की practice होनी चाहिए. Before going stall, the pilot should able to fly his glider very comfortable level. अगर वो खुद unsure है कि glider का limitations, खुद का limitations अगर इनमें doubt, stall तक पहले नहीं जाना चाहिए, because stall doing on ENA also can be very, and of course again this is depends on how much percentage you are flying of this glider. I mean 60% of the ENA or 70 or 100%, इस पे बहुत मैटर करता है. तो अगर आपका ग्लाइडर अच्छे से जानते हैं, अगर उसका बिहेवियर समझ में आ रहा है, एक्टिव पायलटिंग आपकी अच्छी चल रही है, कोलैप्सेस हो रहे हैं और आ रहे हो, कोलैप्स से आराम से रिकवरी हो पा रही है, ऑटो रोटेशन को रोक पा रहे हो, so if you can control all this situation, then you are very much ready to handle stall also. Because stall में क्या है, stall एक तो करने के लिए, होल्ड करने के लिए एक तो टेक्निक चाहिए, पावर चाहिए, पेशेंस चाहिए, वो फ्री फॉल लेने के लिए, एंड देन लाइक अ स्कैरी मोमेंट आल्सो, पैर ऊपर आ जाते हैं, you falls on back and you need to hold that moment, and then glider dives in front, and of course ब्रेक नीचे रहनी चाहिए. अगर उस केस में अगर ब्रेक आते हैं, glider can dive and it can go really bad, it can go really worse, that glider can go below you and pilot can fall into glider. So this is like worst case scenario can happen to pilot. So वही है कि pilot sure होना चाहिए, मैं करूँगा, and then comes up and then flying the glider. So yeah.
Sure. But as a young pilot, if I'm not very sure of whether I can actually hold that breakdown in that critical moment, it's okay. I can still go ahead and do my SIV without stall, right? Because that will still be helpful for me in my thermaling and my early journey to cross country.
Yes. Definitely. This is the worst.
Your voice is breaking up. Can anyone else tell me whether they have the same problem or is it with me?
Even I can hear the same.
Okay. TJ, you might want to move closer to your router or something.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Continue.
Yeah. So, क्या कह रहा था मैं?
We were talking about doing SIV without stall. I mean, if I'm too scared of stall.
Yeah. I mean, can you repeat?
Yeah. So, TJ, I mean, the question was, I heard from you and from many others the stall and how it's so important not to let go of the brake because it can be really bad if you mistime it. So I'm worried. I'm not so sure about myself. Okay. then can I go ahead and do my SIV without stall? And will that be still helpful for me for my thermaling, for my cross country? That was a question.
100%, 100%. Like I said, in reality हम स्टॉल तो नहीं करते हैं. स्टॉल बहुत रेयर केस में हो सकता है, या बहुत रेयर केस में स्पिन कर सकते हैं. वी आर वेरी डेस्परेट एंड doing thermaling and very stiff turns and we are aggressive on brakes. That time only we can, we will spin the glider. Otherwise, in reality, we get frontals, big asymmetrics, and if you have asymmetric, the glider get cravat and glider can go in auto rotation. These are like 70-80%. This is, this happens to normal flying, and यही इसी की ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. और हम इसी को ही नजरअंदाज कर देते हैं कि हम ऐसा भी सोचते हैं, तो स्पिन एंड स्टॉल ही सोचते हैं कि अरे, बट स्टॉल स्पिन की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. उसके पहले बहुत सारे जो मनूवर्स है उनकी प्रैक्टिस होनी बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज इन रियल फ्लाइंग वही होता है. बहुत लोगों ने रेस्क्यू फेंके हैं जब उनका सिमेट्रिक कोलैप्स था, ग्लाइडर ऑटो रोटेशन में चला गया, कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे, रेस्क्यू फेंका, because no practice, simply no practice. अगर वो asymmetric collapse की अगर practice है, हमें पता है before glider going into rotation, अगर हमने रोक दिया तो situation create नहीं होती है. Frontal and then like a big massive collapse and we are going all over because we are not practiced. People get frontal, they get panic, they pull brakes, they stall it. So because no practice. So of course stall के पहले, स्पिन के पहले बहुत सारे जो मनूवर्स है इनकी अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए, एंड इसी की ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स बिल्ड कॉन्फिडेंस, and get good hand over it, and then of course we can go for a stall and spin. Stall spins इतना डेंजर नहीं है जितना लोग सोचते हैं. वापस मैं वही बोलूँगा कि स्टॉल पकड़ने की सिर्फ जरूरत है. एक बार
Did your voice is again breaking up? TJ, your image is frozen now.
अभी आ
Okay.
रहा है?
Yeah. Now I
Yeah,
can hear you. Yes.
मैं कह रहा था कि स्टॉल का एक ही चीज है, एक ही पॉइंट है, जो यू जस्ट नीड टू होल्ड 3 seconds, and if you hold that and then you just gradually come and release, कुछ नहीं होएगा. E and B gliders they will not dive so much. Of course they will dive when you stall it and let go, then only. And इतना तो हम कर ही पाएंगे कि 2-3 सेकंड उसको सिर्फ पकड़ना है and then gradually ऊपर आना है, भले कुछ भी हो. It's not that hard. सिर्फ वो इधर बैठ गया है कि अरे खतरनाक है, छूट गया तो it's not, it's much easier than infinity tumbling.
Definitely. Definitely.
So yeah, it's not scary. I mean, it's not scary.
Sure. So TJ, we still don't have any questions on the chat here, guys. If you have any questions, drop in. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very good time talking to TJ. So TJ, there's one thing I learned from you. I've done many SIVs with different instructors, different styles. Some of them are like XC gurus, some of them are very good teachers. But there's something uniqueness I found when I was learning with you. Is as a pilot, I'm sort of a smooth guy. I try to keep things smooth, steady, graceful. But I got a whack the moment I was trying to exit gracefully in, let's say, spiral or doing a sat. I was slowly recovering out. And believe me, that really helped me. And that's something I'm changing the gears and talking more to some of the experienced pilot here. The one thing I learned from you is your acro style of thinking. You guys, primarily the acro guys, I would say, your exits are very sharp, dynamic, on the spot. And from different things, even from sat or from spiral, I learned to be aggressive with my wing. For example, what I used to do was smooth spiral exit, couple of turns. I would still do that, but I know how to do fast as well now, thanks to you.
Yeah.
Or from the sat, you would ask me to be so aggressive on my outside brake, like go yank it a bit, and then as the glider starts coming out, throw your weight again. But literally within maybe 180 degrees, you are done with your spiral exit. That was very powerful for me to learn.
Correct.
So do you just want to talk a little bit about your style of, I would say, teaching the exits, Yeah, go ahead.
So the point is here, it's important point is here in acro, we don't want to lose altitude. When we are into spiral, we eat up height, like height ऐसे फटाफट चली जाती है. तो जो भी मनवर करना है, and if you're coming out of spiral from any maneuvers, you shouldn't spend time in spiral. That is my point. So unless अगर आपको height ही lose करना है, तो then you can stay in spiral. But अगर आपको height lose नहीं करनी है, let's say आपको sat करना था, तो sat entry में भी spiral है, exit में भी spiral है. तो entry में भी अगर आप spiral में रहते हो ज़्यादा देर, तो आप जल्दी नीचे चले जाते हो. Sat खत्म हो गया, and then glider stays in spiral ज़्यादा देर, फिर भी आपकी height जा रही है. तो इसीलिए उससे बचने के लिए क्या है, एक आप खत्म हो जाता है, then you go exit aggressive. So on the spot in less altitude, you just come out of the spiral or out of the sat. So ये है उसका secret यही है. And जैसे आपने कहा वही है, ये तो aggressively रोको, and then once you feel that I'm coming out, then again give a energy, give a turn again,
bleed the energy.
bleed
Yeah.
out energy, putting
Correct.
on same side, and then 180 degree में वो निकल जाता है. So that is the
Correct.
easiest, and that is the best. करना चाहिए.
Yeah,
I mean, this practice.
Yeah, this was very helpful for me, TJ. For example, in a real life, when I had while thermaling the outside collapse, the wing really dived very quickly, sharply under me. This is ENC glider, and because I was comfortable doing that rapid things, really handling the sharp dive with the jab and then falling under it, the glider pitching way back. But I was very comfortable because I have been more violent with my wing over the water. More time you spend being violent with your wing, handling that kind of energy, more safer you will be in the real life. Because no matter, you can say you're done your SIV, doing things very nicely, smoothly, successfully, but if you are in a real scenario, it can actually have a lot more energy than your simulated SIV versions of it.
Yeah, in my opinion, yes, you should be able to fly your more maximum numbers of percentage of your glider, like that is important. Like glider ka 70% uses or 8%, that ye aana chahiye. Otherwise if you are flying, like 50-50, then we are not sure, then danger. Then apna wahi hai jo 1-1-2 या 2 उसी पे practice करते. Fly that glider 100%, then we should change, and then we can that's why you can recollect yourself that जब aggressive जाते हैं, रोकते हैं, strongly रोकते हैं, then that is stopping, and then चलो break छोड़ो, फिर थोड़ा सा 180 degree turn करके उसमें जाओ. Yeah, when you go aggressive, strong spiral, you coming with me, you're not spinning it, that energy. So like that, when we do sat also, 180 degree के बाद sat के position में आना है और sat हो गया. And if you're not flying 100%, you just pull faster and you can spin it also. Or if you're not pulling enough, you may stay in this spiral also. So yeah, it is like that. Yes, Ajit sir, you have a question?
Yeah, Ajit has a question.
Sir, hi sir.
Sir.
The day before yesterday, I was flying at Alibag. My problem was that I was trying to top line, and wind was a little bit higher. So I full brake. I was steady there, but I was afraid of getting on stall. I was 10 feet above. Without doing the SIV, is it possible to find out your stall point?
100%.
I will do SIV, sir.
Of course, when you do a stall practice, you'll understand where is the stall point for sure.
Okay.
You'll understand.
While ground handling, we can't find out the stall point. While ground handling into the wind, we can't find that stall point.
We can practice that also, like 2-3 feet above ground. We can hold the brakes and we can be there. Not, of course, not 10 feet, 15 feet above ground. That is dangerous. But like, let's say like just above ground, like touching ground, and then we can practice. Yes, we can. But it's very sensitive. The feeling you have, feeling after stall, जो पेट में गुदगुदी होती है वो
But
yes, it's possible to practice.
sir, if I'm scared of a stall, if I leave it, how much fall it will be? How many feet I'll be going down before getting
Once you
goody?
stall, it's at least more than 100 feet.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there is no time. Once you stall it, 10 feet, 15 feet, whatever you're gonna fall for sure. There is no. You cannot save from that. I mean, it's done already.
10 feet we can't try for the stall. 5 feet we can't try for the stall. Stall नहीं करना चाहिए 5 feet में.
No.
Okay. Okay, sir. I got my answer.
Thanks, Ajit.
Bilaspur, you have to come. You have to stall it there many times, and then you'll understand. Then you can play with your. That's what. यही तो सवाल है सर. अपना जो ब्रेक है, ब्रेक के साथ कहाँ तक खेलना है, कितना ब्रेक में लगाना है, कितना में ब्रेक का पंपिंग भी करना है. ये सब जब आएगा, जब भी उसका एक्चुअल में हम रियलिटी में यूज करेंगे ना, in the air, तब वो समझ में आ जाएगा.
Understood. Yeah.
All right. The next question we have from Sajid. Sajid, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have extensive learning from you. Like Rohit said, we've learned from you. But the acro part is something that you and I are now doing together. Of course, you're way ahead of me, but I'm also learning from you. One thing that I have noticed from the acro part and also from the earlier flying is I have rarely seen you in a pod harness. So I've seen you because of acro in a sit-up harness. But what I would like you to talk about, which I find which is very interesting, is your seating stance in a open harness. The way you adjust it is a point where your feet are perfectly at the seat level, where your knees are bent. You have an open stance about it. Your legs are spread apart, and you are very comfortable in weight shift because there is a little movement inside the harness. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I also do that, but I think for the general people to know how important that is to position yourself for our maneuvers that we do in acro, and how important it is to be able to move in your harness and be open. If you could just talk a little bit more about that and give some insight. And the chest strap, like, you keep it open, keep it closed, how it affects the twist behavior of the glider, how we need to keep a look at that, and those kind of things.
Yeah, perfect. It's a nice subject. Harness in acro is very important, very, very important. And how you set your harness and how you sit, that really matters. And in SIV also. So basically in acro and in SIV also, you need to sit straight only, not too much back, not too much in front. So like straight, the riser is supposed to be here, in your front of your chest, like this. And of course, like good angle, like 42 centimeter between carabiners. And we need to open out, like fully into harness. We cannot have loose harness. अगर harness में हम इधर उधर slide हो रहे हैं, then it's not a right harness. So wider बैठना है, पैर फैला के, and then the toes has to go, like they should touch the padding below. That is the best when you do stall, because पैर जब अगर बाहर आते हैं तो पैर काफी बड़ा रोल करते हैं. They gives you swings and all that. So and पैरों के कारण हमारी बॉडी अनबैलेंस होती है. पैरों में काफी वेट है एंड ट्विस्ट होने के चांसेस ज्यादा हो जाते हैं इसके कारण. सो बेस्ट है पैर अंदर टक होने चाहिए ऐसे. नॉर्मली हम ऐसे क्रॉस करके बैठते हैं, एक्रो में ऐसे ही बैठते हैं नीचे ऐसे पीछे लगा के. सो एंड आफ्टर ऑफ कोर्स आफ्टर एक्सपीरियंस देन यू कैन क्रॉस एंड देन यू कैन यूज footrest also and all that. But the best is to open out and then lock it behind, sit wider properly. Make sure you rest on the back also. It's very important. You cannot just sit on the plate. You have to rest properly, पूरा support लेके. And harness बहुत पीछे नहीं जाना चाहिए, सीधा ही होना चाहिए. And yeah, leg strap भी ज़्यादा loose नहीं चाहिए. Leg strap थोड़ा सा एक हाथ जाए बस उतना ही होना चाहिए. कभी कभी हम ज़्यादा लूज रखते हैं. अगेन कमिंग बैक टू शोल्डर स्ट्रैप्स, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू लॉक इट. कभी कभी स्विंग होता है, उल्टा होता है, होने के चांसेस बहुत सारे हैं. सो बेटर टू लॉक एवरीथिंग एज अ कंफर्टेबल लेवल. ज़्यादा टाइट नहीं होना चाहिए, लूज भी नहीं होना चाहिए. कभी कभी हम टेक ऑफ करके आने के बाद शोल्डर स्ट्रैप्स टेक ऑफ के पहले थोड़े से लूज होते हैं. Many cases after takeoff, once they are in there, they tight their shoulder straps also. Depends on comfortable. So yeah, it's matters. We have a video. I will share that video later in this group. Harness कैसे set करना है.
Nice.
ठीक
Thanks,
है?
Ajit. Yeah, that works. So
Thanks,
TJ,
TJ.
yeah, a follow-up question, TJ, on actually Ajit's question. I've been practicing point around stall, which doesn't stall the wing, but slows it down, degrades the glider. And just before things could go wrong, you get that feeling after practicing for some time, you quickly allow it to fly. So call it a deep, I'm not talking about a flaps or a rapid jabs on the brake, but really slowing it down and raising your hand as one of the methods to do a steep top landings. I mean, of course, you can do all right approaches and stuff like that. We should be doing that. But in a high wind condition, sometimes you can do a little bit of that as well. But I have always seen pilots surprising themselves in a beer-like place where they would come a little bit at a higher height and they would try to flap. And invariably, I've seen so much of spins or accidental stall 10 feet over the ground. So can you tell us a bit more about how to go on practicing this technique safely for two situations? One is the top landing and one is doing that on the beer-like landing or less wind landing.
Yeah, perfect. So stalling, it's like searching for stall, and second is dip stall. So ये दो चीजें हैं. Searching for stall is like you're almost there, and like 1 or 2 inch if you increase, and then you'll just stall it. And like dip stall वही है. You have to go through stall, go down, and then come up and hold that like back fly position or a little bit up. So that is like heli point. So यही है, अपने को यही प्रैक्टिस चाहिए, डिप स्टॉल का प्रैक्टिस चाहिए. एंड दिस प्रैक्टिस वी शुड डू इट व्हेन देयर इज नाइस विंड कमिंग एंड वी कैन प्रैक्टिस दैट. बट लाइक बीर का जगह में ऐसा है कि हवा बहुत कम है, ग्लाइडर का स्पीड ऑलरेडी ज़्यादा है. सो ऐसे जगह पे जब हम ग्लाइडर को रोकना चाहते हैं, हमारा ग्राउंड स्पीड को हम जीरो करना चाहते हैं, इट बिकम्स जीरो, इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट टास्क. देन इट्स लाइक यू हैव दैट पंप ही करने पड़ेंगे आपको, पंप करके. बट आपको देखना है कि मैं आई शुडंट होल्ड इट टू लॉन्ग. अगर होल्ड किया तो डेफिनेटली स्टॉल या स्पिन तो होने ही वाला है, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ग्राउंड स्पीड वहां पर ज़्यादा ही रहेगा. ग्राउंड स्पीड जब कम होगा तब थोड़ा सा आसान जाता है प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. लाइक यही चीज़ अगर आप टावर पे प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो तो टावर पे थोड़ा आसान फील हो जाता है. बट यही प्रैक्टिस आप उधर करते हो बीर में तो इट्स बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट. इवन फॉर माई सेल्फ ऑल्सो आई फील क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग, getting into that point. I feel easier when in Kamshet, like good wind. So मेरे हिसाब से यही प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए, डिप स्टॉल की अच्छी प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए. जो लोग हेली को कर पाते हैं अच्छे से, I think those people will find it easier. And if people have practiced on finding a parachute at that stage, they will find it easier. Or finding for a stall point, अगर उनको वो अच्छे से आता है, so यही इसकी प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए. तो then it becomes easier. Of course ये quite difficult task है, easy नहीं है. Stall spins होने के chances बहुत है इसमें.
So TJ, so if you do a heavy pump, but you then allow it quickly by raising your hand to regain the airspeed, it should be safe. Then you can go to the next. But rapid is definitely no. But if you allow, let's say, a couple of seconds of glider to regain the airspeed, can we think this is a safer maneuver?
Yeah, a lot of people do it nowadays. I've seen a lot of competition pilots. I've seen they also do it. So earlier we wasn't training that style. हम भी नहीं चाहते थे कि लोग ऐसे ट्रेन हो. बट अभी आजकल बहुत सारे लोग कर रहे हैं. If they are comfortable and they are aware about stall and spin, it's okay to do it. अभी मैंने पिछले सीजन में मैंने देखा वर्ल्ड चैंपियन he had a fall like this only, like if he was flying Zeno or Enjo and then top landing again, going at same pumping style, and he fell down. He broke his ankle, and he was a world champion in Acro, and
Wow.
so yeah, so this can happen. This is quite sensitive topic. I mean, sensitive maneuver actually. Yeah.
So I heard you were number 1 in the spot landing with the ENA, and your winning move was almost deep stalling the wing to the ground.
That's
Am I
what.
right?
That's practice. I mean, I had never
Of course.
practiced that. I had never practiced when I mean, in last year in Shalar, I have seen one guy from Indonesia. He was a
Yeah.
10-time world champion in skydiving or something, and he was there. And then somebody said, TJ Dada, TJ boss, you watch him. I had no clue how to go to, like target point. Exact, that method. And I had never seen. So Abhi Dada was there, Abhijit Dada. He said,
Yeah.
TJ boss, you watch him and then you'll get some idea. Then I was like watching him. I like good angle, I came over the spot, just literally over the spot, and like holding brakes at parachutal level and then like slowly going down to the target. I said, wow, this is damn easy. I mean, I felt it's okay. Wow, this is good. I can do it. I mean, rather you keep your spot in front and then try to reach out there, it sometimes becomes difficult. So then that landing, I had something 80 point. And then the next flight onward, I started hitting single digit, like 8 points, 9, 7 points, like that. Yeah, so again, it's again, practice. It's like you're holding there, and then you know that you're aware about अगर ज़्यादा लग गया तो स्टॉल हो सकता है, ये कम ज़्यादा होगा तो स्पिन हो सकता है, यही है. तो यही आपको कॉन्फिडेंस दे देता है. तो इसका प्रैक्टिस ये आएगा ये.
Yeah, I think that's a great tool to have it in your toolbox, especially if you're outlanding cross country in a very tight spot. If you understand your stall point, you can actually come with a quite deep angle and then last minute raise your hand, flare it up.
Yeah.
So next question I have from Badri. Badri, please go ahead. Badri?
इसीलिए ये नहीं ग्लाइडर पे ही स्पॉट लैंडिंग का कॉम्पिटिशंस होता है. Yeah, Badri sir, you're there?
You can, yes. Sorry for today. For some reason, my network is keep on dropping. Okay, so again, this is a continuity to Ajit's question, that it is practicing the stall point. What generally I do, I don't know this is right or wrong. When I come for top landing, something like Tower East, which has a lot of place. So when you are on the last 3 to 4, I try to pull as much possible to see where it fails. Put the pressure, keep on increasing, because on some days, not all days, if you have a wind somewhere around 15-20, some days are really good days on a smooth wind, 15-20 kilometers, and particularly when you're applying brakes to a larger extent, that you don't come down at a lower height. That height is keep continued. It will be gliding very slow and forward, and you keep on applying more and more and more. Somewhere it fails, and then it touches down. So that practice I do. I don't know if that is any help.
Yeah, that altitude is okay, but I will never recommend that practice, at this kind of area. I would recommend, doing at high altitude, because and of course in water body below and all that. It's important to practice there only, because here is very sensitive. We can stall it, and sometimes we can misjudge our altitude also. Like we think sometimes 5 feet, 3 feet, but we can be a little higher also. And again, on takeoff, wind also plays a different role.
Okay.
अगर थोड़ा सा हवा का गस्ट भी आ गया, हमने ब्रेक पकड़ के रखा और हवा का गस्ट आ गया, the gust can cause stall very easily. And when we do this, that time there is some sink. Of course, when you hit right point, your glider will just have a dip stall position. Glider is inflated, but glider is sinking. So this is the point we need to learn, and this point you will get in there only, because we need to feel the sink, and that sink area, that is the dip stall, and there you need to keep your glider flying, like that, because here glider is like very sensitive, very sensitive. He wants to fly, he wants to jump either one side or a both, or he wants to stall. So it's like inch and inch there. So this practice has to be done in like SIV timing or a above water body for sure. And then later, yes, then we can come to our home site and then Kamshet, and then we can practice this. Yeah.
Thanks, Badri. Guys, at this time, we don't have any further questions. So in case you have questions.
Ajit has a question.
Oh, Ajit has one? Yeah, please go ahead, Ajit. Ajit, your mic is on mute. You need to unmute it first.
Stall छोड़ के कुछ भी पूछो अभी.
It's not about stall. Again,
Just a joke.
I'm top landing, and it's little bit slopey top landing. It's slow, and I stand still. I'm not going further. I'm not going down. I'm not going up, and I'm 10 feet above. Desperately, I want to land. Should I go for big air in this case? This is my question.
Big yes.
Yes. In 10 feet. I'm not going forward. I'm not going backward. I'm not going up, down. And desperately, I want to, and I'm scared about the stall.
Yeah. If it's a coastal site, you may do big yes. The risk is here when you go for a big yes, your brake goes off, and you don't have a control at this stage. And if you do big yes, you may sink faster also. It's like a desperation, like desperate hai, land karne ke liye, and somehow I just wants to go down. So I would recommend that nahi hona chahiye desperate ye stage pe. Hold the brakes, hold that pressure, stay there.
Should I go forward if I do the big air? May I go forward, or can I sink immediately 10 feet above?
अभी आप बोल रहे थे पहले सिनेरियो कि आपका ग्लाइडर आगे नहीं जा रहा है, पीछे नहीं जा रहा है और एक ही जगह पे खड़ा है.
Yes, yes.
How,
and I do the
how,
big air. Will I go forward or I'll sink?
नहीं, बिग एयर करेंगे तो आप वैसे ही नीचे आएंगे, बट क्या होगा, नीचे आने का कभी कभी जोर से भी आ सकते हो, कभी कभी अच्छे से सॉफ्ट टचली डाउन हो सकते हो. आई मीन इट्स लाइक फीलिंग के साथ है. बिग एयर छोटे कर लिए, आराम से आए, बड़े बिग एयर हो गए, कंट्रोल नहीं है, जोर से आ गए, फिर टाइम पे छोड़ने तब तक अपने हिट ग्राउंड को हिट कर दिया. ये सब सिनेरियो कर सकते हैं. इट्स नॉट द बेस्ट पॉइंट, इट्स नॉट द बेस्ट आइडिया. मैं हमेशा बोलूंगा कि 20-30 फीट के ऊपर, ग्राउंड के ऊपर बिग एयर नहीं होने चाहिए. 31 फीट या वो सेफ जोन है, उसके पास आपके पास ब्रेक ही होने चाहिए कंट्रोल के लिए, और ब्रेक से ही आपका प्रॉपर लैंडिंग होना चाहिए. बिग एयर नहीं होना चाहिए. ये कभी
10 feet, I'm not going forward, I'm not going upward, I'm not going backward, and slope is there.
किसी को बोलो ना ऐसा हुक डालने के लिए, पकड़ने के लिए. बट नहीं है सर, बिग एयर इज नॉट रिकमेंडेड, इट्स नॉट सेफ. Yeah, I mean you can just do a little shifting, right or left, with that holding that brakes. थोड़ा सा रिवर्सल टाइप कर सकते हो आप, उसको छोटे से टर्न्स देके नीचे आ सकते हो. ये एडवांटेज है, ऐसा कर सकते हैं.
बस ले सकते हैं with the brake, with the zooming, we can take the reverse little bit.
Yes. Yeah, you can do that.
Like
Or
pedal.
you can, no, like winger, no, like shifted your weight on right and then again shifted little bit left. छोटा सा ऐसा आप कर सकते हैं, छोटा सा.
Like this,
क्या होता है?
come backward like this.
Ajit, I don't know, are we talking about paragliding or hot air ballooning here? But I don't know, these maneuvers I have also not tried in Acro, neither has TJ tried. But my question to you is, Ajit, first of all, there are two things I noticed. TJ sir, if you don't mind, I just want to ask a question to Ajit.
Please.
First of all, if anybody who is in a desperate need to land, that itself is a wrong decision in the first place. Second point is if you want to land and if you are not going anywhere and you're still above the slope, so in a slope you will probably go faster down, is why not choose to go around again and come back and land behind.
This day for yesterday, I was flying. Three came around. 3 times I came around. 3 times I came around. And third time I was trying this desperate need.
Yeah. So,
Whether big
sir,
or tall or whatever.
yeah, like Sajid sir well said, landing and takeoff, we shouldn't be desperate. Is very important. At least for landing, we have to stay very cool, very patient. You know, like शांति शांति शांति, क्योंकि यही desperation यही गलती कर देते हैं हमसे, और हम कुछ ना कुछ डेफिनेटली गलती होती है और उसमें मैसअप हो जाता है. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में या तो टर्न बैक, कम बैक अगेन, अबाउट, come back again and choose a right area again. Slopey again is good conditions, you know, strong condition side. Slope पे landing करना difficult हो जाता है सर. तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में एक तो फ्लैट लैंड पे कोशिश करनी चाहिए, या तो 2-3 तरीके हैं. आप जैसे मैंने बोला ब्रेक के साथ आए थे, छोटा सा बॉडी से ऐसे ऐसे टर्न करके ना आपका ग्लाइडर नीचे आ सकता है. दूसरा जो हम बातें कर रहे थे कि पंपिंग करने का ना, जो ज्यादा नीचे नहीं जाना है बट थोड़ा हाफवे आप ऐसे 1-2-3 झटके कर सकते हो. कोशिश करो, नीचे नहीं जाना है, आप स्टॉल पॉइंट के पास मत जाओ, थोड़ा ऊपर ऊपर सेफ जोन पे ही आप 2-3 पंप करके देखो. उससे भी शायद आपको,
If you pump it little bit, you'll go high in that condition.
अच्छा तो फिर बिगर करके देख लो. छोटे छोटे बिगर रेकमेंडेड नहीं है, नहीं करने चाहिए. इट्स नॉट सेफ बिकॉज आप जैसे बिगर को जाते हो आपका ब्रेक से हाथ छूट जाता है, ब्रेक आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. और इनकेस अगर कुछ गस्ट आता है, कोलैप्स हो जाता है वर्स्ट केस में, तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में आपके पास ब्रेक नहीं है. तो मैं कभी नहीं रेकमेंड करूंगा. 30 फीट बिलो यू शुड हैव योर ब्रेक्स इन योर हैंड एंड उसी से कंट्रोल करके ही आपको लैंडिंग करनी है.
I understand.
Where are you flying, but how come we are in lockdown and you are flying? Please tell us your secret.
He has a personal mountain to fly in Alibag.
Huh?
He has his own personal mountain to fly in Alibag.
Kankeshwar, Sajid, Kankeshwar.
Oh, yaar, why are we waiting here? Let's go with him.
You don't like to go that far, no? That's your problem.
I'll
You're a
go,
city
now
boy.
There are not much restrictions at Kankeshwar as far as there are no commercial site. So I'm taking the chances at Kankeshwar.
Hello, I'm coming.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
we
if
don't
there are
have
no
further
then
questions. Just yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, PJ.
yeah, if there are no questions, then I'd just like to cover a few points.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like we are
Yeah, go ahead.
talking about acro feeling difficult, or you know, so how to make it easier. So those are a few points. We should have, you know, practice on your ENA or ENB. These are the very good gliders, and the glider has very safe margin to forgive. You know, they give us time to react. So हमने उसी ग्लाइडरों पे प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए जहाँ हम ज़्यादा परसेंटेज उसको फ्लाई करते हैं. So and like 1-2 gliders are capable to do all kind of acro maneuvers, like except infinity tumbling and tumbles and all that. उसके पहले बहुत सारे maneuvers है जो लाइनअप है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप हमने अप्रोच करनी चाहिए. Like, you know, starting with wing overs and learning type 360s and then leading towards a spiral and like face, you know, nose face down and all that. Okay, like then going like sat and then helis and parachutal and all that. So the gradual growth होना बहुत जरूरी है और हमारी ENB के साथ ही करना important है, rather going for a freestyle or acrowing and then scaring ourselves, and because those gliders demands a lot of pilot input, and if you are not able to do that, then glider can give us a big shock. So और बहुत लोगों के दिमाग में होता है कि एक्रो ग्लाइडर चाहिए, एक्रो करने के लिए एक्रो ग्लाइडर चाहिए. दैट इज रॉन्ग. ENB इज अ वेरी गुड एक्रो ग्लाइडर, यू नो, और उसी के साथ हमने सब कुछ सीखना चाहिए. SIV इज वेरी मस्ट है. बेसिक SIV, बेसिक पे प्रैक्टिस करना, फिर उसके बाद थोड़ा सा एडवांस तक जाना, फिर स्टॉल्स एंड स्पिन्स उसको मास्टर करना, अच्छे से बैक फ्लाई सीखना, like keeping your glider in back fly for a longer time and controlling, you know. So these are the very important tasks. Also, we should practice a lot of auto rotation, glider in collapse and glider taking you into spiral, and then coming out of that spiral and controlling that, with collapse we are heading straight and all that. So ये practice की बहुत ज़रूरत है. ऐसे हमने practice करनी चाहिए, बहुत सारे विंगोर्स करने चाहिए, because विंगोर में हर मोमेंट है, पूरी ग्लाइडर की पूरी मोमेंट्स है, रोल, yaw and pitch and सब. तो इसकी अच्छी सी प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए, अच्छे विंगोर, नॉट fluke वाले विंगोर, but proper technique wingers. We should feel heavy in the harness when we do wingers. ऐसे sluggish ढीले wingers नहीं होने चाहिए. Proper जैसे स्पाइरल में हम heavy feel करते हैं, उस टाइप के wingers में हमने feel होना चाहिए. तो वैसे wingers की प्रैक्टिस चाहिए, and ऐसा भी इंस्ट्रक्टर के साथ करना, and then practicing yourself, it's a different story. हमने प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए. हम समझ लो एक बार बिलासपुर या कहीं जाके ऐसा भी करके आने के बाद हमने खुद भी प्रैक्टिस करते रहना चाहिए, बेसिक मैनूवर्स एटलीस्ट, go like spirals and sat and then parachutal, and ये स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाना बहुत जरूरी है. तो ये सब आप अगर फॉलो करेंगे तो मुझे नहीं लगता है कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी. अच्छा सा इक्विपमेंट पे भी फोकस करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. हैविंग अ राइट हार्नेस is very important in acro. We cannot do acrobatic in pod harness, of course not, or a light material harness. We cannot. They are not designed to take G forces. So proper harness, proper glider भी होना जरूरी है. पुराने glider पे practice हमने नहीं करनी चाहिए. अच्छा conditions का glider होना चाहिए. कभी-कभी हम carried away हो जाते हैं हमारे equipment के साथ. हम वो check नहीं करते proper. वो जो straps होते हैं वो check नहीं करते. carabiners check नहीं करते. जहाँ कैराबिनर जो लगा है वो कपड़ा हम चेक नहीं करते. जो हमारी सिट प्लेट होती है, सिट प्लेट के नीचे जो स्ट्रैप होता है, जो कैराबिनर से एक कैराबिनर से दूसरे कैराबिनर में जाता है, ये बहुत सारी छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स होती है जो हम चेक नहीं करते हैं. कि हमें लगता है हमारा ही है, सालों यूज करते चलते हैं, एंड देन गेट अ शॉक. तो एक्रोबैटिक में काफ़ी जी फोर्स होता है. हमने राइट इक्विपमेंट, राइट कंडीशन के इक्विपमेंट ही यूज़ करना चाहिए. ग्लाइडर के लाइंस भी काफ़ी जी फोर्स आता है, सैट, स्पाइरल्स. सो ये सब टाइम टू टाइम देखना बहुत जरूरी है. Yes, Siddharth, you are saying something.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, is a reversible harness good to practice some basic acro maneuvers, or you don't recommend?
See, again, it's okay in compromising. I would not recommend. They are not designed to take, they are not that comfortable also to take G forces. So, yeah, in simply better not to use.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. That's why, in Acro, they have a special Acro design harnesses. The materials are very solid, and, like they're meant to take a lot of G forces without breaking. So that's important to have. काफी लोग पुराना ग्लाइडर होने के बाद भी उसी पे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, which is not good, carabiners important है, सही carabiners होना भी important है, so helmet सही होना चाहिए. सब equipment भी, I will not say go for acro equipment, fully acro stuff. आपका जो normal harness है, normal sitting harness, any sitting harness except 1-2 किलो वाला, that is too light, but normal standard harness, any standard harness will go very good for acrobatic, no issues. Any A, B glider, no issues, no such any brand, कुछ कोई important नहीं है, बस conditions अच्छे होने चाहिए. And anything you practice, you must do at high altitude. It's very important. एक imaginary box होना बहुत जरूरी है. कहीं पर भी जाके हमने practice नहीं करना चाहिए, unless you are very sure about that particular maneuver, that that recovery, I can do it in 100 feet above ground, I can recover for sure. Then only you should practice. Otherwise, you should have and high altitude box is very important. Again, if you have a water body, it's very good. Yes, Babuji.
Yeah, he has a question, so we can take his question. You continue.
Yeah, Babuji, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'll do. Continues.
Yeah, no, Babaji had a question, I guess. That's why I said Babaji is saying something.
I'm trying to unmute.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
TJ.
unmute him. Yeah.
Yes, Babaji.
TJ, I just want to
Yeah.
ask you, you know my glider, my harness, everything. If I want to do SIV, I can do it? It's good
Oh,
enough?
100%. 100%. Your equipment is very good. Yeah, again, Sajid sir was mentioning that reserve. Reserve again is very important in Acro, of course. I fly with 3 rescues. So imagine that. I mean, I have a base reserve in my back, and there are 2 below me. So of course, the base on my back is a steerable, and my canopy, the main paraglider, will go off when I throw that. And if I fall in my canopy or a line, then the back parachute will not activate. I mean, I cannot use it because when I pull my handle, the main canopy will pull the parachute out, and I will fly the parachute. And I have other two, the normal round ones. And of course, it requires.
Babuji, I'll mute you. I think there's a echo from your end. Yeah, go ahead,
So
TJ.
reserve is very important. We never. I mean, I don't fly without reserve, not even top to bottom. At my home site also, I don't do top to bottom if there is no rescue in my harness. Anything can go wrong. I mean, last 2 years back, one accident in our country only. The caravanner broke in tandem, and he had 13 seconds free fall. And if he would have had a rescue, he would have saved for sure. So my opinion, reserve होना बहुत जरूरी है. Acrobatic में तो चाहिए. At least एक, कम से कम एक, 2 है तो सबसे बेस्ट है. अगर नहीं है तो एक लगा ही सकते हो. और वापस लाइक एक्रो हार्नेस नहीं है, नॉर्मल हार्नेस भी चलेगा, और उसमें एक रिजर्व तो बैठता ही है. अगर आपके पास वो सामने वाला भी है तो भी वो एक्स्ट्रा हम लगा सकते हैं. फ्रंट माउंटेड रेस्क्यू वी कैन always use as a extra source. तो रिजर्व राउंड वाला हो या स्क्वायर वाला हो, कोई भी हो, पर रिजर्व होना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स दैट रिजर्व शुड बी लाइक रिपैक्ड एंड वेल मेंटेन्ड. ये होना भी जरूरी है, बिकॉज एक्रोबैटिक में बहुत चांसेस है रिजर्व फेंकने के, बहुत चांसेस है, हाई चांसेस. एंड द राइट रिजर्व हैज टू बी देयर एंड प्रॉपर पैक्ड. या लक्ष्मण, यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन?
Yeah, Lakshman.
हाँ टीजे, हाय, कैसा है?
बढ़िया.
मेरे को 2 चीज पूछनी थी. एक तो ये है कि लूप कैसे करते हैं, क्योंकि मैं बहुत बार ट्राई करने की कोशिश किया है, लूप में कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ. और दूसरी चीज है, अब ये आप बोल रहे हो कि मतलब सीट वाला हार्नेस लेना चाहिए विंग ओवर करने के लिए. अभी मैं खुद पॉड में कन्वर्ट हुआ हूँ, तो अभी मेरे को पॉड में मतलब काफी टाइम फ्लाई कर रहा हूँ, मैं पॉड को समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. अगर मैं उसमें विंग ओवर नहीं करूंगा, इवन अगर मैं कंपटीशन में गया या किसी में गया, अगर उसमें अगर विंग ओवर मेरा बोलते हैं ना, अगर वो अनसेफ है, तो फिर वो पॉड फिर फ्लाई करने का मतलब क्या हो गया? ऐसा हो गया तो फिर या पॉड में रहना चाहिए या हमको चेयर में जाना चाहिए, ऐसा कि कंफ्यूजन फिर क्रिएट हो जाता है.
नहीं, 2 चीजें देखो, 2 चीजें मिक्स नहीं करनी चाहिए. जो क्रॉस कंट्री का जो पॉड हार्नेस है, इट्स डिजाइन टू डिजाइन फॉर लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन फ्लाइट एंड ऑल दैट. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. मैं एक्रो का शॉर्ट में बताता हूँ. इट्स नॉट डिजाइन टू एक्रो. दैट डजंट मीन्स उस पर आप कर नहीं सकते हो. आप स्पाइरल डेफिनेटली कर सकते हो, आप उसके ऊपर विंग ओवर कर सकते हो. ऑफकोर्स आप उसके ऊपर तमलिंग नहीं कर सकते, आप उसके ऊपर इन्फिनिटी नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है ना. अभी काफी सारे चैंपियंस हैं जो उसके ऊपर सैड शूट कर रहे हैं, स्पाइरल्स कर रहे हैं, हिपोस कर रहे हैं, स्टॉल्स कर रहे हैं. पर जब भी ये लोग ये कर रहे हैं, तब मैंने देखा है कि उनके पैर हमेशा वो पॉड से बाहर आके उन्होंने टक किए. ठीक है, दे आर नॉट लाइक स्लीपिंग इन दैट पोजिशन. ऑफ कोर्स दे आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल व्हेन यू डू सच अ मैनूवर्स. दे आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि उस पर कर ही नहीं सकते हो. ऑफ कोर्स कर सकते हो भाई, स्पाइरल कर सकते हो अच्छे से. they do good spirals, they do good wing overs. सिर्फ आपको उसके साथ सीखना है सैड भी जब आप करते हो तो आपके पैर एक साइड में रह जाते हैं, एंड उसमें जो पैर अंदर डालने के लिए जो जगह होती है, कपड़ा ऐसे फड़फड़ता है, यू नो, देयर इज नो साइड सपोर्ट्स. सो जब कुछ हो जाता है हेलिकोज में, इधर उधर ट्विस्ट हो जाता है, तो सपोर्ट नहीं होता है. तो ये है, आई मीन, ऐसी बात हो रही है कि आप सेडान को लेके जा रहे हो ऑफ रोड के लिए, या ऑफ रोड की गाड़ी आप लॉन्ग ड्राइव के लिए चला रहे हो. आई मीन ऐसा नहीं कि होता नहीं है, जाती है जरूर है, बट दे आर नॉट मेंट फॉर दैट. समझ रहे हो? साजिद सर, हाथ निकालो मुंह से. फिर आप
लूप
हाँ, लूप की बात है. लूप की कोशिश की आपने, बढ़िया. लूप ऐसा है लक्ष्मण, एक साइड, राइट साइड में 2 विंग और करना. लाइक पहला विंग और किया, इसको पहले एक्चुअली बोलते हैं असिमेट्रिक 360. ओके, यू नीड टू नो व्हाट इज असिमेट्रिक 360. असिमेट्रिक 360 होता है एक साइड पे विंग और किया, पूरा 360 हिस्सा छोड़ दिया, स्ट्रेट लाइन लेके आया, ग्लाइडर को स्ट्रेट लाइन में लेके आने के बाद वापस.
TJ, your voice broke off. TJ, you there?
रुक जा, वो 360 कर रहा है यार.
No, he was pulling in again after hands up.
You have to repeat again.
No, he's not back yet. Hold on. His hands are in the exit. Exit.
साजिद भाई हमेशा मजे लेते हैं.
Wait for a second.
यार, we need to go with Ajit यार. Rohit, he's flying.
You can continue when TJ sir is not there.
साजिद अभी मत जाओ उधर पे.
क्यों?
इश्यूज है वहाँ
अरे
पर,
कोई
अभी मत जाओ.
उसके बाद कोई फ्लाई नहीं कर पाएगा. साजिद आया था बोलेंगे सब.
There's a cyclone coming on the 4th, so winds are not really great.
अरे साजिद को ऐसी तो कंडीशन लगते हैं, तब जाके बात बनती है.
क्यों शैलेश, आजकल कहाँ उड़ रहे हो भाई?
मैं तो सर घर पे ही हूँ.
अच्छा, उड़ नहीं रहे हो?
देखो ना, टर्की है पूरा.
हाँ, वही नजर आ रहा है पीछे.
Ajit, there is one more point, just to add to the fact where we were stuck on the slope. So if you do a wing over, big ear at that point, if you're not going forward, that means the wind is pretty strong, right?
Yes.
So it's matching your minimum sink speed. So
Yes.
if you do big ears, what happens is it adds a lot more drag
It
in that
stops
strong
with the
wind.
brake. It's not going further, means it's stopping with the brake because
Yeah.
I want to land.
Yeah, but now if you do big gears, it'll add more drag and it'll start going backward in that high wind. Keep
Yes.
that also in mind.
That's true.
Hey, TJ is here.
Okay.
You're mute. TJ is mute.
Let me take him out of the mute.
Rohit can continue
Yeah.
when TJ is not there.
अरे आवाज?
Yes, TJ, you're back. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Looping, Lakshman. So
लक्ष्मण को लूप करवाते हैं.
या सो लूपिंग पहले तो थोड़ा हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे करो भाई, पानी के ऊपर प्रैक्टिस करो. लूपिंग का टेक्निक ये है, यू हैव टू डू असिमेट्रिक 360 ऑन योर राइट, one on right, second again on right, and then third if you do it on the left, that is looping. So winger on right, and then winger on left, that is looping. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, so careful in looping. You have to do it in good force, lot of G force. Then it's a right looping. Okay, then you can cross over it. Otherwise, if you dhila, loose, sluggish, then you may
Okay.
not able to roll. Yeah.
Okay, ठीक है, thank you.
Cool.
All right. So that's pretty much all the questions, TJ, we had. I think you were wrapping up few things before this question. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I was. I think I've completed most of the points.
Okay. Fantastic.
Talk about equipment. Any glider. Again, we talked about Everything we practice, we should practice at high altitude is very important.
Yeah.
We should have a box, then like in something goes
TJ,
wrong, we still have a.
your voice is breaking again, TJ.
Yeah, my internet is not supporting me now. Yeah. Can you hear me
Anyway,
now?
we are then. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I was talking about any practice, any maneuver we're practicing, we should do it. Altitude is very, very important, and we should consider drift. You know, if you are practicing, we shouldn't get drift towards the mountain. Also, we should have a stationary box below you and depend on wind strength. So ये सब सोचना चाहिए. If you have somebody watching you, helping you little bit, you know, like saying that Baba something going wrong, or you know, the height is finished, whatever, somebody should tell, and you should do under somebody. That is very important. That can be any flying buddy. They can help. I mean, when I used to practice, I used to uh, tell Parshu to, you know, watch and come, and he used to tell Bahu, it's recover, height is less, you know, because when you do helicos, you don't know how many numbers rounds you're going, and then you know, and you don't realize also how much height you lost and how much drift also you got in beginning, and so many things to watch over it, you know. देखना बहुत बहुत चीजें हैं कि हम जाते हैं, ड्रिफ्ट हो जाते हैं, हाइट लूज हो जाती है, एंड इसमें पता नहीं चलता है. जैसे सैट में भी हम डिसाइड करते हैं कि 3 टन करेंगे, बट 10 टन होते हैं, तभी भी पता नहीं चलता है कि 3 हो गए कि नहीं. 10 टन करने के बाद पूछा आपको कितने टन हो गए, बोलते कुछ नहीं, 3 तो हो गए, बट 3 नहीं है, 10-12 टन हो गए होते हैं. तो ये सब होता है. तो इसीलिए प्रैक्टिस जब करते हैं तो किसी को देखने के लिए अगर है कोई, somebody to watch you, it's very important. And of course, if there is somebody is guiding you, it's nothing like it. I mean, I don't stretch myself when there is nobody watch, or nobody watch, you know, then I don't stretch myself. I again do my comfort maneuvers and I practice. आप में से आपने तो देखा है, बहुत लोगों ने, आप देखते हो तो फिर मैं बिंदास जाता हूँ. Yeah, there is somebody to guide, then I can push myself. Then you know, they can tell you if some mistakes are happening. So ऐसा है. जैसे जैसे एक्रो में जाते हैं वैसे वैसे रिस्क ज़्यादा बढ़ता है, तो आपको खुद को समझाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. We get carried away, you know. Sometimes मुझे बोलते हैं, come on TJ, let's show tumbling, you know. And शायद उस दिन हमारा मूड नहीं रहता है या प्रैक्टिस में नहीं रहते हैं, and then because of somebody saying that, and then you force yourself, and then you put yourself in danger. ऐसे भी बहुत बार होता है. Somebody like you, just small example, you're playing over the takeoff, like you know, there also कभी-कभी मस्ती में हम ज़्यादा खींच लेते हैं, and then one extra turn, you know, can get you in danger. So खुद को कंट्रोल में रखना या खुद को कंफर्ट जोन में होल्ड करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, और राइट टाइम पे खुद को रोकना इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, क्योंकि हमें चलना आता है, आई मीन कब रुकना ये नहीं समझ में आता है. तो ये मेरे हिसाब से बहुत सेफ्टी, एज अ सेफ्टी ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. सो हमारे कंफर्ट जोन में प्रैक्टिस करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो या सेफ्टी के लिए, आई मीन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सेफर एक्रो. यस, एक्रो को आपको पुश करना पड़ता है जरूर, स्ट्रेस जोन में जाना पड़ता है, बट देन you should again come back to your comfort zone, practice back, and then go to stress zone. So ये stepping forward, stepping back करना बहुत important है, rather just stepping forward and going there, and you know, yeah, that's it, I guess.
TJ, we'll just take one quick closing question from Santosh. He says not to use the recommendation from you, not to use a reversible harness. Is it because they are extremely lightweight and fragile, or because of certain design of the harness, like Woody Valley, Vani? Is it a design thing, or is it just they're just fragile? Or the stability also?
Vani design is very good, no doubt. The reversible harness are mostly straight sitting, so the design I don't talk about. I talk about, you know, they don't have so much support from, you know, there is no padding or anything. They are very light and thin, you know. So yeah, the straps on side, let's say, you know, if you pull sat also, there is a lot of pressure on the side strap when we use that adjustment, up and straight वाला जो adjustment होता है,
Yeah.
उसके ऊपर भी काफी pressure आता है. And मैंने देखा है, few people have broke that strap in flight. And in flight अगर वो टूटता है ना, तो मैंने ये भी देखा कि लोगों ने अपने ribs को भी तोड़ा है उसके कारण.
Correct. So it's really, it's not designed for acro, and then the design parameters for Woody Valley, Vanny, or any reversible will be the lightest weight and the small volume, ability to climb, and they are not really thinking about all the acro maneuvers one would be doing on that.
Yeah, I mean, they are not meant to take so many G forces now. So of course, in normal acro or basic acro, it's okay to do it. People are using it. I mean, there is nothing wrong in that. I would not talk about any design or any, but yeah, it's just like the material is not meant for it. So why we should use that? And again, practicing daily.
Yep, that's pretty much for the answers today. So in the closing, thanks again. It was pleasure as always, and all your patience and your focus on safety always inspires all of us to stay safe. So guys, hope we soon will be flying, hopefully by October. Till that time, stay safe, stay home, and enjoy. Bye.
Thanks, TJ.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Rohit. Well done, man.
Thanks, TJ.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you for joining.